Hey, what's going on, people? Former nanny co-signs what Nas says and claims Kelis and her mom are devils. Now remember, guys, that Nas, he wrote, I think it was something on his Instagram. I think it was on Instagram or Twitter, one of them, and he was explaining what was really going on between him and Kelis. He was debunking a lot of the things that Kelis was saying about him. Well, let's read this here. A woman claiming to be Nas and Kelly's former nanny is coming forward, co-signing what Nas said yesterday about his ex-wife Kelis. In a shocking turn of events, Nas took to Instagram to talk about the problems in his relationship with ex-wife Kelis. Nas learned that Kelis did an interview with Essence magazine where she accused him, of assault. So Nas wrote an essay. Oh gosh. They constantly try to disrespect this guy. I saw a YouTuber saying that Nas wrote a book on Instagram. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so Nas wrote an essay where he claimed that Kelis is evil. He says that Kelis is making these allegations so that she can get more child support out of him. Nas claimed Kelis is the violent one who attacked him on many occasions, and I believe. Let's continue. Well, the woman came forward last night and co-signed at least part of what Nas had to say. Look what was published on social media. What Nas is saying is absolutely true. I was Knight's nanny the first years of his life. We were instructed on several occasions to not answer the door when Nas was coming, to not answer his calls, to shorten his visits, etc. I can show emails to verify my employment. She was absolutely she was absolutely evil towards him when I was employed by her. Sometimes when he came by, I would sneak and allow him to see Night while she was out of the house. Her mama is just as evil. Oh, I can't stand that woman. Now you can tell you can tell that this female is a black female just by her saying mama. Let's continue. Her mom, okay, her mom, okay, I don't know what happened. Her mom is super entitled, feels like she's the superstar. We, the staff, hated when she came to LA. I remember one time she told Kay she wasn't coming if she wasn't booked in first class, and she would nitpick at everything we, the staff, did. Like, lady, we are here every day, 12 plus hours a day. We know what we're doing. She doesn't want to be cut off the gravy train. Okay. Back in April, according to TMZ, Nas had filed legal docs against a judge. Legal docs asking a judge to penalize Kelis because she refused to turn over 8-year-old Knight. She says it's because the kid wanted to stay with her during Passover. Nas says it was his weekend and the whole Passover thing doesn't make sense. He says she's been difficult generally when it comes to getting Knight. He says once when he arrived at her house, she screamed at him, telling him he couldn't take the child. Nas says Kelis has refused to let him pick up the child from school on several occasions. Okay. I believe Nas. And it's not because I'm a man and I'm sticking up for brothers, the bro code. No, but you can tell because of his demeanor. He's a quiet guy. Doesn't talk much. You know, over the years of us seeing Nas in the spotlight, you don't hear about him getting into like scandals and stuff like that. He has had girlfriends from before, and you've never heard of him like abusing any female or anything of that sort. He doesn't, those patterns don't follow him. You know what I mean? So I find it hard to believe that he's this evil guy. He has done what was expected of a lot of black men, to just sit down and take it and take it and take it. And don't say nothing, just muzzle your mouth. Because Kelis has been going around just talking bad about this guy every chance she get, in every magazine, on radio stations, you know, all these interviews. I've heard some of these interviews just talking about the guy. Why? That reminds me of years ago when you had Oprah and Ricky Lake and all these people just talking bad about black men, black men, black men, black men, black men, black men, black men. And all black men did was just to just take it. That's all they did was just take it. Because that's what is expected of us, to shut up and take it. Just shut up and take it. Now I believe that Kelis is crazy. Why do I believe she's crazy? She used to dress crazy and act crazy. Who screams on a track? Look at how she carried herself. Like she's nuts. As a man thinketh, so is he. Before you steal something from somebody, you have to think about it first. So you're a thief in your mind first. Before you decide to wear a white pair of sneakers to the club or wherever you're going, you thought about it first. When you have females out here dressing like harlots and sluts, that's because that's who they are. They might not be out there in the strip clubs or you know, prostituting themselves on the street corners, but they're dressing like that because that's who they are. So you thought about that before you put on that very, very short skirt, showing your legs, showing your pussy, you know, stuff like that. Ladies don't think like that. A woman who thinks ladylike will dress accordingly. So if Kelis dresses like she's crazy and acts crazy, it's because she is fucking crazy. She's nuts. That's why I don't believe her. Also, you know, women lie a lot. I keep telling people, if you read that Bible really doesn't have anything good to say about females and the female nature. And it is the female nature. But not all females practice it. Because we all have choices. You get what I'm saying? So no, I'm not bashing women like a lot of people love to say when they come on my channel. But I don't believe Kelis. I think she's lying on this guy. And every time she keeps dragging this guy back to court to get more money out of him. More and more money. So she can buy her mother first class ticket. Just like this nanny said. Well, if that story is really true. But we all know a lot of these females try to take money from their ex-boyfriends or ex-husbands through child support to, you know, fund their lavish lifestyle. So look at Chris Brown and what he's going through right now. Man, you have to be careful of who you're fucking. Use a condom. Use a condom. There's something that I really, really hate about relationships. As soon as two people get into a relationship, they've been dating for 2 months or 3 months, then they just believe, oh, well, we've been dating for so long, we should stop using condoms. It's one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. I've spoken to females and they've told me, oh, me and my boyfriend, we don't use condoms. Why? Because we're in a relationship. What the fuck are you talking about? And this is when, you know, they get unwanted pregnancies and then the relationship goes sour. Then all of a sudden, they have to go to court. Child support gets involved. She hates him. He can't stand her. All this type of shit. Men, had you used your condoms, you wouldn't have been going through that shit. But a lot of guys don't use condoms because they're afraid of saying no when that female doesn't want to use it. Tell her no. If she says, listen, we don't have to use condoms, tell her no, we are using the condoms. If she doesn't like that, then let her get out and you find another female. You have to be concerned about your life. Because once you get her pregnant, you are going to be miserable for the rest of your life. I'm out.